Hello, 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 hello. Hello, we are here now. Thank you.
Are we?
Thank you for catching
Yeah.
that. Thank you for catching that. We are here. We are Monday night. We are live. What else did I say? Oh, can't say
Bonjour,
that on
fuckers.
air. Can't say that one on air either. But yeah, welcome. We are the Men of the Gill, and we are ready to get going with a character building question and introduction and recap and all that from the Dungeon Master. Go ahead, Conrad.
All right, Monday, play D&D. Let's get to the character building question. I'm going to start with Thorbod, because it's just right in my face.
Right in your
Sure.
face.
You have the power to create one law that the whole world has to obey. What is said law?
Holy fuck.
Ooh.
You can't eat elk. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll say, fuck, I don't know. That's a really good question. Probably something regarding like parents can't abandon their kids. Something along that side.
Boulder Camille. You have the right to create one law that the whole world has to obey. What is said law?
No wars.
No wars, no elk, and can't abandon your kids. This sounds like trailer trash nightmares.
Oh god. Oh god.
Mr. Lepis, what law should the world obey?
Exactly. What laws? There should be no laws. Let there be
Jesus.
chaos.
Let chaos
fucking
reign.
evolution. The evolution of this fucking rabbit is terrifying.
People should be left to do what they want to do and suffer the consequences for it.
Just like you guys are experiencing now.
Life finds a way.
You can't say
All
that
right.
while wearing a shirt. That's a rule as well.
Pray. What is one rule that the entire world should obey?
Well, I'm not sure if you've ever run in a canyon and stubbed your toe, but that really hurts. So I think, at birth, perhaps clip the toes, so then, as an adult, you'd be very appreciative, and you would never stub a toe. Just think of how good running in a canyon toeless would be.
Fuck.
Unless you're a camel, you need to keep the camel toe.
And suddenly, Stumptoy appears.
Oh, I said, oh, Jesus Christ.
What was
Jesus
that in the
Christ.
list of things you can't say on stream?
God. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm cool. Okay. I gotta. Alright.
Welcome,
So,
folks.
as-
This is what we do.
Welcome to the D&D stream. As always, we do the character building question, but now we did a recap because we took a week off last week due to medical issues on my end, feeling not good enough to make funny voices and torture my friends.
Boop schmear.
Oof, man. All over the wall. So, what happened last we played, the Men of the Gill ventured from the town of Mercer. They fixed up their boat, they did some shopping, they bought some gear. They traveled 2 days through the Rahe woods of the island of Sadion to make their way to the capital of Palumas, where they were told that once they found the city, they would know it was the city because it's gleaming white city at the bottom of a beautiful white mountain that points towards the sky. And when they reached the edge of the woods, they did see a city at the bottom of a mountain, but white was not the color they saw. there was lots of purple, blues, and star-like iridescent fluid flowing from the top of the mountain downward. And in front of the city was a huge military encampment. When they ventured in, they tried to deceive their way inside, but deceiving your way into a major capital military encampment, not easily done. One character just strolled through wearing the correct armor. The other three admitted to being the men of the Gill and were escorted to the tent of the king, where the king addressed them as the men of the Gill. Also, there are two of our players that have personal reasons to get there. Asher was contacted by a voice that faced off against them in Mercer after he dropped his bead of corruption in a major deity's temple. And Erden needs to know about some type of orphanage that has other cursed children. And now we pick up with the men of the Gill. So we'll start off just where basically like a little fade in from the last scene. As you guys are brought into the main tent that is in front of the city gate, you see that there are you see that there is a large table with a map of the city. Behind said map there is an elf with robes, a cloak. You see on one side, it's hard to tell with elves how old they are because they're fucking elves. You see that in the middle there is a very, not thin, but like lean half-orc with long orange hair, black studded leather armor, and he has a crown on his head. And you see next to him a large, old, battle-worn orc. As the guard who escorted you in goes, these are the men of the Gill. They got a meeting with you, they say, but they're also the heroes that won the Gauntlet Challenge in Mercia a few days ago. So I think maybe they could help us with our problem. And the king looks up and he goes, so you're the men of the Gill. And last detail I pointed out to Asher was that you can see that he has one beautiful blue eye, and the other one looks like it's scarred and supposed to be white, but it's just the color of all the liquid spewing onto the city. It's full of Mr. Voice's like aura color, that orange and blues and greens, and just swirling in his eye. And you guys are in the tent. The only one who is not discerned by how he looks is Balder, because he's wearing full plate Blue Crest Guard armor, because he stole it from the corpses you guys annihilated.
Annihilated is right.
Damn right with Daddy.
Men of the Gill, is this the person we're here to talk to? Is that what we're doing here? Sorry, sir. I'll talk to you in a second. Is this the guy?
Is it
yes,
safe
right.
to assume that he is the king? Like, he has a crown.
He's wearing a crown. Yes.
Okay, I'll just be like, I'll like bow and say your grace.
No need for the formalities. Please, men, and you can see like the gate, like the thing is still open, and he like waves his hand and goes, please give me and my general some time to speak to the men of the Gill, and we will get you once you are needed once again. You can see like the Blue Crest guards start walking out, and all the three behind the table just kind of turn, look at Balder. You're dismissed.
I'm with them.
He looks at you guys. He's with you?
Yes.
Asher resisted the urge to say, I've never seen this guy before in my life.
I put up my hand just slowly. King,
As
Mr. King.
as you lift your hand and like the two guys that are flanking him like go around like pull the tent tarp down to like close. You see that he just like and just like collapses into a chair and just goes, "Oh, you can address me as Thessamite.
Fessamite?
Thessamite. T-H-E.
Fessamite.
Smite.
I will put it in the chat.
Cool, sounds good. Fessamite. King Thessamite, where'd you get your crown? I was
Yes.
looking for one. I couldn't find one. Can I get one?
You can easily get one made at any forge who has jeweler's tools. This one is particularly handed down from royalty to royalty, successors and such.
Yes, that's great. How much?
How much for what?
Yeah, your crown. It's nice. I like it.
He like looks at Erden, Asher, and Baldur's like,
Please,
Is-
please pay no mind to him. We will.
is he challenging me for the throne
Nope. Nope.
currently?
No,
Nope.
no. Pray.
No.
Please.
I don't need another kingdom. I have my own. I'm king from there. You know, whatever. No worries. I'll get my crown. Just you wait. I didn't mean to sound threatening there. I will not kill you in your sleep. Worry not, king.
He like holds his temple.
Can I give an elbow to pray? Be like, pray.
You like elbow my kneecap like.
Charlie horse.
Charlie horse, a really bad Charlie horse.
Right in the thigh.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, he's just like he's holding his forehead, going, "We'll just bygones. I do not have the energy for this." I did receive word from Elizabeth that you did need help with something. I'm a bit preoccupied, but what can I do for you? And then the two guys just come back and flank next to him. Like he's not just sitting like properly in a chair, like he is just like like all grace and presentation is gone.
Exhausted.
Yes.
Mentally and physically.
Pardon, Baldur?
I said he's just exhausted, mentally and physically.
From what you can tell, and to you, Baldur, specifically, this is strange. Because again, being of the other side of this war front, you've heard stories of this young king. Doesn't look like from the rumors you've heard, the rumor mill on the in the wildlands is he doesn't sleep, he doesn't eat, he doesn't get tired. He is just constantly there for his people. And the thing that messes with your mentality in wildlands is he is the only ruler. It's his way and that's it. In the wildlands, it's different. So, what's his... Please introduce yourselves and where you're from. There's information here that can't really be disclosed to every person who wants to walk through my tent. I am Thessamite Halffang, ruler of the Sepdion part of the island of Sepdion. This is Ash. He is the master of sales, and this is Yolamite Halffang, my father, and the military coordinator. Please, the floor is yours.
Gordon Solak, first mate of the Men of the Gill.
Pleasure.
I am Asher Lepis of the Azadasal Forest.
Pleasure.
Boulder, do you want to go first?
Father Kamel, I'm from Septian.
Pleasure.
Well, if you are so curious, King, I am King Prey of Death Canyon and the ruler of the mighty crevice.
I have no idea where those are. There's only, and I do not realize you as any type of royalty.
That's okay. That's okay. Oh, whatever. Well, it's okay. If you'd be in the canyon, you'd be in big trouble, mister, but you're here and we're good. Again, not a threat to kill you in your sleep. But did you notice your city's a little bit soupy? There's like sauce and stuff. Like, where were we? Mercia? Is that where we were, Asha? Do you see that?
Yes. Yes. Forgive my bluntness, your grace. I know you said to drop the formalities, but
Yes, please do. It's tiring. It's just words being thrown in the way, delaying conversations.
Okay. Well. Okay. Anyways, are you well? You look quite unwell, and forgive the bluntness.
It's say, Father, and you just see the orc. This orc is like white hair, like two big fangs, full orc. Just he is like equivalent to Prey, just old and battle worn. He's like, I'd say, maybe about 7 days ago, we started feeling a bit under the weather. And I know it's just been progressively getting worse. But not to be concerned. This boy comes from pure muscle.
I feel that you and Prey will get quite along, Yolamite.
Who's Prey?
I'm King Prey. You can call me Your Highness, or Sir, or Your Majesty, or the Canyon Ship, whatever.
I call you Purple.
Call me what? Purple?
I'm gonna call you Purple.
Yes, well, sure. I like that. Yeah, sure. What color is he?
Colors. He's green.
Okay, green. That's not
Easy to remember.
Yeah.
Easy to remember.
So
acceptable in D&D, not in real life.
This is very true. So have you been feeling this way since? And can we see the goo happening? Like in
yeah, you can see. Well, you like where the back is. It's like he has the back of the tent open, and you can see like the main wall, and you can see like there's the portcullis open, and you can just see like there is this entrance to the city, and the mountain spewing this liquid. Okay, but the city just seems to have like little pools around, like it's not flooded.
Okay. So I'm just gonna be like, have you been feeling this way since that started happening?
That happened, like my father said, 7 days ago. I started feeling a bit ill, lightheaded. My vision went blurry in my right eye, which is the colored one. And he goes, and after we evacuated the city, I just been progressively getting fatigued. It takes a lot to keep up appearances.
Have you been hearing voices?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, with your permission, we would. I can't speak for everybody, but I would like to investigate what's going on here. We've dealt with something similar to this in Mercer.
Well, I do know that you had a request prior to this happening. Elizabeth did send me word. Let's just get that formality out of the way, and then we can discuss about this goop that is going on.
Also, before we actually go in, do you guys happen to have sharks around? Just to see, because there was a shark where this was happening before. I'm just looking to see if it, is there any relation?
We are very landlocked. I've never seen a is it an animal? Is it a fish?
It's an animal, and it has like butt cheeks on the side of its head, and the eyeballs are on the end of the butt cheeks.
I've never seen that animal.
Oh, you well, be careful. There might be one in the church or something. You never know.
So what is this formality?
Well, Erden, you might be the most well-spoken one here compared to everybody else.
Oh.
Well, initially, before, I could see that you have a lot on your plate. But initially, the formality why we wanted to meet with you was, we apparently have had some issues with one of the what they call the
Five flags.
Five flags. I was gonna say red flags. The five flags.
We're the
one
red
of them.
flags.
Well, yeah, we've had a couple of misadventure with a couple of the five flag members, and we apparently have a large bounty on our head. And we were told that we could perhaps discuss with you to get that bounty kind of erased.
Ash, could you? Yes, your highness. And he's like, walks over. He pulls out he goes, starts fiddling through. This is the one. He slides. He goes, we do keep track of the bounties that are out, just to make sure no ill-advised folk wander into our city.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he looks at it. He goes, that's that. He looks at the page, looks at you guys, looks at the page, looks at you guys, looks at the page. That's enough to fund this war effort for a few months. What did you do?
I look down at Asher.
Oh, it's a two-part story. Initially, we met with Captain Santiago. Santiago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Santiago. And ego started to be kind of who has a bigger ego, and she challenged our friend here, Prey, to a one-on-one in exchange for her. Apparently, I don't know. I think Asher told us that, but her rapier that has been passed on from her family, and there was some miscommunication. Asher thought it was an all-out fight. He came to help, and they defeated her. Rightfully, I guess, kind of claiming the rapier.
I like the adjective viciously.
We can keep that aside. It's details. So that was kind of strike one with Captain Santiago. Afterwards, fuckface. What's his name?
Vincent
Van
von
der-
Vandekant.
Yeah, Vincent von Vanderbilt. He came aboard our ship and kind of tried to take it over. He kind of just sent his men to investigate, no reason at all, and we asked questions. And when we started to be a little bit more like confronting him, he decided to start attacking, and we defended our ship, and he was not happy about that. So
Okay.
gather all this together, and it's quite a large
I'm gonna-
bounty.
I'm gonna need you to roll a deception check on the for no reason at all.
Because I don't
again,
remember what it was for, but
It's because he saw my emblem.
It's because Asher didn't know he had to hide it, and it's the sign of an evil thing.
I mean,
Evil, amazing, and chaotic.
Okay. This guy has good insight, but I did a shit roll.
Yeah, he's sick. What do you expect?
You know
no,
what? You're right. I'll roll with disadvantage
don't bother.
because he is sick.
Don't bother.
Okay, what?
0.
Natural one.
oh, that's as critical failure as it basically gets. oh no.
He looks at you and he
no.
goes,
Worst thing is, I did not remember it because I was being honest with the guy. I wasn't even trying to be deceptive. I just didn't remember what it was for.
So
You
he
didn't know
leans
either
in.
at
He
the
goes,
time, technically.
yeah. He leans in at you and he goes, Santiago does have a bit of it. Von Vanderbilt, on the other hand, is a pious man. Not do anything untoward unless it had something to do with the clergy.
Yeah, see, that's I'm honestly not aware. If he didn't really share anything that I remember, and I'll look at the group and I'm like,
He looked at all of you intently. He goes,
I'll pull out my holy symbol for Eldath, and I'll be like, it could be because we didn't share the same beliefs. I
Yes,
don't know.
Asha,
Okay.
he was saying something about the water wizard, the bitch wave.
Umberly.
Oh yes, somebody, the water lizard.
The water lizard.
okay, Asher, roll a deception check with disadvantage. Because he is already speculating. But he rolls with
Me?
disadvantage too. Okay.
You say
I got the stick. Yeah, roll a deception with disadvantage, but I rolled with disadvantage because he's sick.
12?
He has plus 10 to insight.
Oh my
rolled-
fuck!
I told you he has insane insight. He rolled a 3.
So 13.
He had a 13. He looks at you and he goes, it's... So, I will not touch the Vanderbilt part of this bounty. So that will stay on. But the terms you've laid out for Santiago, I have more sway in. We do lots of trade with the Eastern Isles. I do have quite the problem on my hands. As he looks at the city and is like, if you can return the city to me, I will make sure that you, and he looks at the contract, your vessel, your crew, not only will not be pestered by Santiago, I guarantee you amnesty. She will not be able to touch you unless you break laws within her realm. But she has, if you are sailing through, if you are delivering goods to somewhere else, your ship should not be touched or boarded by any of her crew. the way I can guarantee that is claim that you are a political ship, and the things that are aboard your vessels are of great importance, and you are trusted sailors. If anybody of the Santiago crew would step foot on said ship, would be an act of war.
Very well.
That is what you give me my city, I give you that.
We appreciate that.
Yes, purple.
Could I also get a crown?
We will find you a crown. We'll find you a jeweler and you a crown.
Wonderful.
If you give me my city back.
For von Vanderbilt, is there anything that we can do to try to even out that bounty, or?
When it comes to the passage, the Southern Isles are very neutral. The Eastern Isles share great loyalty with us because we do lots of trade, and if they ever decided to fuck me, I can sink their islands. The Western Isles tend to swing more towards the Hadriel because, well, the Hadriel's their neighbor, and they have the military force to take over the island and just claim all their goods. Vanderbilt and the Northern Isles are a special. According to this contract, I see your captain is from the Northern Isles. There is something to the north, and like he like calls you forward to come to the map. And as you guys get closer, like, what's the marching order? Who gets close to the map first?
I'm gonna guess myself or Asher.
They were talking a bit too long for
Okay.
me. It kind of just started.
Okay, so
zoning out.
as you start zoning out, Prey, the orc's looking at you, and he just puts his hand down like this.
That your father wants to arm wrestle. We'll get to that after. Yes, of course.
So he's just waiting there eagerly. So as Asher and Erden approach, you see that like as he's leaning over, he has a bit more of his strength, but as you guys approach, you see that he's just like he's catching himself, he's taking breaths, he's looking around, like looks like anxiety's creeping on him, and he's feeling a bit like a panic attack, but he's like recomposes himself. And as you guys get to the table, you can see that there are two maps. One is of the whole world of Heraxis. There is Zahadriel, there is the Privateer's Passage, Sepdion. And the other one is a map of Palumis itself and its sectors. And he goes, if you look here at the Heraxis map, Zahadriel is far more of a greater landmass than Zahadriel, than Sepdion and the Passage. To the north, and he points right above Sepdion and Privateer's Passage, and he goes, there is a constant torrent, a hurricane, that seems to just sit there. No matter what weather patterns, or how the sun shines, the Northern Isles and the Northern Hemisphere, above Sepdion and the Passage, is in constant storm. People of the Northern Isles are raised no sun, torrential rain, massive waves. They are considered the most aggressive and talented sailors in the world. So this foghorn you have sounds, he would be, not everyone is great, but he would be better than your run-of-the-mill sailor. And they bow to no one. When wars happen, they just retreat within their islands and wait for the enemy to literally have their fleet annihilated, and then they just pick off the rest. Umberlee has blessed that land, and they call her the Bitch Queen. So Vanderbilt would be hard to do.
Sounds lovely.
Unless he wants to come to us.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean that I appreciate that. At least will have one of the two offer hands. So about this liquid shit happening, like I see the map of Palumis. Can you kind of give us some more details of where it started?
That's the strange thing. About 7 days ago, it was beautiful day, typical run-of-the-mill, no problems. Then around the evening, we started getting tremors. Tremors do happen occasionally, but these were frequent, and that is a mountain. And it turned into a volcano. Druids don't even understand how a solid mountain that has no magma flow ever present turns into a volcano. It is a great mystery. And when it erupted, well, we started escaping because we're at the base of this mountain. But the ooze was coming from the ground below the city also. And I swear to God. I swear to Seption himself. There was... How can I put this? Everyone was running. We were escorting them out. And I remember seeing a figure just strolling the opposite direction, directly for the mountain.
Could you
What?
make out what they looked like?
I was preoccupied with other things.
Of course,
Uh,
naturally.
I sent Father to look because it could have been a citizen that was hit in the head, disoriented. Father, he's just staring at Prey going, yeah, I went and looked. All I found was, you know what? We're doing this now. You beat me, I'll tell you everything. I'll win, I'll give you the bare minimum. What do you say, Purple?
Green, let's go. And I'll just like crack my arms and pop my shoulders and elbows and stuff, and I'll sit down.
Sound effect and
Yeah.
everything.
I'll sit down, and I'll lock into position. As soon as we lock hands, I'll give her hell.
So he's there and he's holding. Ash comes along, ties a rope around so you guys don't dislodge.
Are we
Yes.
just doing one best out of 3? How's this work?
We're doing Wildland Route. You ready?
No, please explain.
Go! And so roll a strength check.
I will rage because he didn't explain it. I'm angry at this.
Okay. Oh,
27. That is a natural
One.
20.
that is a natural 20 versus a 1. So he goes, go, and you just, you bring his arm, like, it's almost touching, he's like, no. As you're like, and you're about to pin him, natural 20,
Does he have +7
as
though?
he's, no, natural 20, as you're bringing him down, you're focused on the hand. Asher, Erden, and Balder, you all see it. He goes, Wildland rules, and just slaps you across the face. you take, you take. He's just points of bludgeoning damage, half to 2.
Oh
Because
my
you're
god.
raging.
Oh my god. Motherfucker. Ah, okay.
And then he's gonna,
I see how it
as he
is.
hits you, he's going to try to bring you back. I'm gonna give you a disadvantage because you didn't expect the hit.
Cool. Can I hit him when I get a chance as well?
Yeah, you can certainly.
That's a 17 on
Alright,
the
that-
second.
I
Are we
rolled a
doing
natural
strength
8.
or, strength or athletics?
It's strength, just strength. It's just
Okay.
muscle against muscle.
14.
So he rolled a natural 18 plus 4, so that's 22. So he brings it back to 3/4, and he's like, so you can react because he's now just focused on his arm.
I will. I don't really have an
Stab
action.
him in the.
Can I get like an action? Is that a thing?
If you want.
Okay. I'll
What?
cast Armor of Agathis.
You cast armor back at this. As he brings it back, you just see Prey just the moisture in the air, the purple moisture just grips, and you see just like spikes begin to protrude and like a little spiky armor around Prey, and you guys are like, oh no, I know what this is. I know what this is. So let's roll another strength check. Oh fuck.
18.
You bring him right back down to 3/4. He looks at you. He sees the armor. He's contemplating. Well, that rules, and he's gonna clock you again. Try. That's a natural one. You expect it, and you duck. And I will give me a strength check. I've got a DC in my mind. Actually, roll with advantage.
Oh, that,
For this one.
natural 20. 24.
So as he goes, Wildland rules, and he goes to swing, you see that he's putting all his weight into this swing, not focusing on his arm, and you just go duck in, and as you duck in, you put all your pressure into your hand, and in the great words of the Stallone, over the top, and you just
Turn the hat around.
slam,
Grab the thumb.
you slam him down. He goes, that was fun. And he just like pulls out a dagger, cuts the rope. He's like,
Pulls out the dagger. I'm like,
Wildland rules.
Winner dies.
Yeah.
Wildlands. So he like stretches his arms like, oh, that was, yeah. As he like focuses on his hands, like flexing, you guys all see like the armor of Agathis still there, and standing around Frey is just other tieflings, arms crossed, just like his hype crew, and he's just like, hey, that's new.
My rage fades like right away because I don't attack or get attacked, so it's just there for a couple seconds.
He's like, that's neat. That's real neat. So what I saw was it's weird to describe. It was purple paint, and I ran after him, and he or they or she or whatever it was, I grabbed him and I turned him around, but the face, it kept switching. It's as if it was more than one person. That spooked the fuck out of me,
Did it
and I
have?
ran.
Did it have bunny legs?
I did not look. Once I saw more than one face come out at me, I ran. I was like, fuck this. No. If you want to die, you die. Not my problem.
Well.
But, yeah. We evacuated everybody, and we haven't. The city's just been dormant, as we say. We sent a few scouting troops and scouting parties. Nothing came from it. They go in and never come out.
Okay, I was gonna ask, has anybody made contact with the substance? Has anybody touched it? Have you witnessed anybody touching it?
Uh, um, and he looks back at Decimite. Decimite goes, a few innocents did fall. Uh, the goo from the mountain that was spewing did hit a few, and it seemed to be different effects. Some seem to be dissolved instantaneously. Others seem to be withheld within it. Um, it's strange. It's not good. Whoever's touched it has had horrible, horrible reactions to it. I've not seen somebody go, "Oh, it's cold. Let's go for a dip." There's been horrible screams that will mark me for the rest of my days.
Well,
Well, it seems like we got somewhat of an idea of what we're dealing with. So,
Yes.
so did you see any sort of like? Actually, is there any churches or?
There is the pillar, which is the main cathedral to Seption.
Is that building kind of?
We evacuated. It's right next to the palace, but we didn't take time to invest. That's why we sent the scouts, so it's for them to evaluate and come back, but they've never returned.
What do you think, Asher? Do you think that's a good option of where it could be?
Yeah, the closest to the source, I suppose, that we could get, the better. My instinct is that it's probably somewhere with, I guess, holy energy, or I guess,
divine.
yeah, holy energy, divine. Thank you.
As you say this, the king goes, I don't know how in depth of lore you've received, but if you've entered the Church of Seption, the Lone Mountain is supposedly Seption's resting place. He was struck down from the skies by his brothers, which brought the vengeance of their father. When he fell to the ground, the island was raised as his tomb, and it's believed within the belief system that the Lone Mountain is his grave. If you're looking for holy energy, I believe the tomb of a god would be said place.
Yeah.
This is quite possible. We will have to venture upwards.
As you guys have, Judgy, let's write it out here.
Let's write it out.
As you guys are talking and having this conversation, you feel it just starts to shake, and he goes, "Usually that's not good." And in your head, Asher, you hear, "I'm getting impatient." Bugs. It's the guy who called you. It's the thing that called you brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he goes,
I put that together.
Yeah, he goes, "I'm getting impatient." And then you and Thessamite both turn towards the portcullis, and you can see the figure standing there. Last time you saw it, it had 6 arms. This time it just has 2. It's those. It has those pink and purple, like robes, like jacket. It's wearing commoner's clothes, and it's all with like matching, just fluorescent pinks and things. You can see 2 large bunny ears and a Haringon face. Then he goes, "I just wanted to see you, Asha. Like the rest of you are looking and you see nothing. They're just both focusing on an empty portcullis. And he goes, I listened to you, Asha. I spoke with the voice. Disappointing. There are so many things you need to learn before you even attempt to comprehend who I am, what I am, and what you are. But good thing you're touched by a time.
Touched by a what?
A time god.
Hmm.
And he extends his hand. And he goes, it's time to learn. Could you roll a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage?
I was going to take my big D20, and then you're like, with disadvantage. I'm like, 2 small D20s it is. Well, that's a load of shit. Because one of them was a natural 20. That would have been 27.
A lot of 20s.
And the other one is a 16.
That is a failure. You
Big old pain.
feel the pressure that was there when you tried to corrupt the Noshrock Temple. You feel that pressure come back, and you hear Mr. Voice go, Asha, this might hurt because I can't hold this back. I'm gonna do my best. And you just, your brain just, a huge thing. You guys just see Asher go stiff and just onto the ground, just start convulsing. And
I'll take a shark tooth and just stab myself and just like, ah! Just try to drip, just like, ah!
Choking on your blood.
Don't mind me, King, Mr. King, just bleeding all over Asher.
But as you say, don't mind me, Mr. King, you can see that Thessamite hasn't keeled over, but he's locked in place. He's not moving. He's breathing. He's just locked in place. And like the two guys rush like, oh my god, my boy, my baby boy,
Coral.
Coral. Wildman rules. I'm king. So as you guys see Asher
anymore.
as Asher is thrashing about and Thessamite's not moving, Asher, you get a vision. It's chaotic. It's loud. But you see a portal and many, many Haringon. And they're just passing through. And you hear the voice going, This is where we came from. The Fae. A timeless place. A place where we were accepted. And then you just see there's lots of them, and it pans down and you see your parents with loads of kids. But you know your 29 siblings. You don't know these people. You've never met these people. And they cross through. Boom. Fades. Comes back, and you can see your parents are running. You see Lucky is running with them. You see other Haringon just scattering about as you hear, and you see arrows, crossbow bolts, nets, and you hear the voice go, the elves told us that crossing over was best. When we decided to follow after them, years had passed in this plane. They had made their home in Azadasar, and we were but a burden. We were mouths they had to feed, populace to defend.
We weren't welcome. We were sent into the wilds. These people, humans, and the others of the material plane saw us as prey, and we were hunted.
And you see just your parents are running, and you see this older Haringon next to your parents, and he's scrambling, carrying others. And he's screaming, Mom! Dad! And you see your dad turn around. You've never seen this look on your father. It's fear. It's terror. And he just goes, leave them. And he runs. Your mom follows suit. Lucky follows suit. Lucky's dragging people. Lucky is just dragging other Haringons. And this one's trying to keep up with Lucky. It cuts again. It goes to a little village. Not your home. Looks like it. But yours is not as populated. There's not that many Haringon in your hometown, in the woods. There's like 2 or 3 families. And you see your parents with 2 kids. And they look tired. They are defeated spiritually. And Lucky is giving your father a stern talking to. And you just hear Lucky go, fucking done. That was bullshit and you know it. I'm not being picked off. I'm done. And he walks away. And you see the boy who was with your parents going, I'm going with Lucky. I can't. You. Those were your kids. And you left them there. And he just starts to walk away with Lucky. And you see they fade out of frame. They didn't care, Asher. There were 30 before you. I'm what's left. But that's not the worst. The true colors of your father. That ring you wear with pride on your finger. The ring of a traitor. The ring of a coward. The ring of the genocidal maniac who loves you. And it just cuts to a scene. You see your father sitting at a table with humans. You've never seen these humans, ever. And you hear a voice come through and he goes, so, you tell us where your kin are, and you wear this ring. And he pushes the Lepus family ring forward. He goes, whichever Haringon is around you, while you wear that ring, will be spared. You are an invasive species. Give us the location and we'll spare your future kin. And you just see your dad point on the map. And it fades and you hear the voice go, there is so much left that you don't know. And yet you make choices. The gods have blessed me twice. Once Seption calls me, and you've introduced me to Mr. Voice. Mr. Voice. Crock of shit. His vision is small. Do what you want. Those men and our father did what they wanted, and look what it did. No. Do not give him deities. Take his deityhood from him. That's what I want.
rule the world. Everyone equal, and whoever gets in the way. Well, I guess I am my father's son.
And you feel just thrown out of it. Mr. Voice goes,
Well, that was a lot.
Asha, we need to stop this man because I don't want to die. But I will let you sit with this. I've rebuilt the fortifications, put a few more safeguards in there in case he attempts that again. But, I'll leave you with that. And, I love you. We can talk about this later. And he's just like, you're back. Prey's bleeding all over you. It's shaking you.
Just like
And Thessamite.
suddenly wet. I'm just like,
Please be hoppity, please be hoppity.
pray. What are you doing?
Oh.
Cough like the blood that's like.
Were you poisoned or something? What happened? What was that?
I don't really know. Is the king back?
You look at the king and he's just like, you see Yolamite's like, well, what the fuck just happened? And he's just like, he's looking at the ground, looking around, going, and he just looks at Asher and goes, I need rest. He looks to the door, looks to Asher. You take a few of our troops, to aid with your, liberation of the city. I need rest. And he gets up and he goes, and just purple liquid comes out of his mouth. That. The sooner the better. And he just walks off into an area that has a curtain. Thessamite just goes, if you need any troops, take the 2 platoons out front. They'll they can aid you in whichever way you need. And he just follows his son in. And Ash just stands there going, yes, please come. And he like ushers you out of the tent.
I have a side question, and I think I know the answer, but I would love it, or I think it would be hilarious if it was the other thing. So you said Ash was the master of sales. Is he like the master of sales, or is he a master of like ships? Because imagine if it was just like a master salesman.
Master of sales monetary.
Yes. Okay.
Kind of the way I can
was
describe it is Game of Thrones.
Master of
what's
coin.
Master of coin.
Kind of like that. He's kind of like you know how Littlefinger talked to the eunuch all the time. It's kind of like a fusion of those two guys.
Cool.
So like he has his finger in everything, and he controls. Like he knows the market. You come to, he's just like putting his finger in Prey's head. Stop the bleeding.
Erden, do you know how to command people? Is that something you know? I feel like you're pretty good with commanding.
Oh, not really.
Oh.
I was gonna say before we leave the tent, can I kind of ask Ash just to have a quick moment?
Sure.
I'll kind of wait till everybody else kind of exits the tent, and I'll just ask him. I'll say I didn't have a chance to ask the king, but is there? Have you ever heard of an orphanage in town that would be called the Lost Souls Orphanage?
That is there are a few orphanages, being the capital of the nation. If you leave this with me, I can
pull up the records I saved, see if there's bills for the land, buildings. If they have a building, they have to pay rent. So they have to pay me a fee, the kingdom a fee, so I can look up what is going on in the owners and such people.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that'd be great if you could just keep it on a down low. And last question, does Sylvia de la Fontaine ring any bell to you?
Well, the De La Fontaine family is a rich family within Palumas, but they also have ties within Zahadriel. They are, how can I say this? Not conglomerates, but they're entrepreneurs. They have their many businesses that I deal with. They're on the up and up. Never seen something within the documents they give me. I've never seen. They're very meticulous about their paper. I can tell you that much. But I can look into a little bit of information if she's tied with the Lost Souls Foundation or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I just looking for some answers. Yeah.
I certainly, if you give us our city, I will take you into my office and not just have a few scattered in the important box, as I call it.
Very well.
But no, we'll have access to my entire files. We can get a few people on it, but we need the city for that.
Yes. Priorities. Yeah, we'll get on
All right.
that.
Perfect. Yeah, I can certainly do that. I'll begin as soon as you set off into the city.
And yeah, I'll go back to Prey and I'll ask him why did you think I could control people?
Well, you're pretty good at like combat and stuff. Like, almost masterful.
I mean, certain ways, I can kind of, yeah. I can't really command people, but I can try to guide them into battle.
There's a reason you're our first mate, where we, leadership qualities. Not necessarily charisma, but leadership.
Yeah.
You guys look, and there's 8 soldiers just waiting there. We were told that we were your platoons. We're platoon 1, that's platoon 2. We're 8 scouts.
So have you ever scouted the city before? Like, since the incident, have you noticed anything,
Yeah.
or?
Purple ooze coming from the White Mountain, mostly. The other scouts that have went in haven't really had communications with the outside. They go in and they just disappear.
Right. So is there an
So-
entrance to the mountain? Like, is there a cave
Yeah,
or
look-
something?
They look at each other and like one guy goes, "Well, it's a mountain. Like there's natural formations. There's little. It's every mountain you go to. There's gonna be random holes. Like, but they're way up high. Like it takes like a couple of days to climb up. Like it's a fucking mountain."
I'll turn over to the men of the Gill and I'll just ask them, what do you guys think? Should we, like, because we're in the city at this point.
No, you're like the
Just
outside
outside.
wall.
Right.
Like it's as if there's the mountain, the city itself, and then the protecting wall around it.
We're just
Kind of like
outside.
what is it there that hill that I hate that I can't remember the name, and I feel like a terrible geek.
Yeah.
Gondor,
Okay.
Gondor.
I was picturing something kind of.
but
Yeah.
just like not built onto the mountain. It's built at the base of the mountain, and the wall like connects to the mountain to protect the backside.
More of
I
a-
was kind of picturing like in Naruto, the Hidden Leaf Village.
Kind of like that, almost. Yeah.
More of a Helm's Deep.
Yes. Thank you.
That is fucking. That's that. Yeah, except white, not black.
Sounds good. Earl, what, are we walking in? Let's not touch the goop. Also, do we send, these meat shields in first? No offense. What
Did you just call us meat shields? We're basically you're walking. Have you ever been to this city?
Nope.
I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't look familiar. Feel like I'd probably remember.
But
No.
do we want to go check out?
Yes,
Do you want to go check out like the church, or because like we know it had some sort of religious tie when we were in that other city, so I don't know if it's related or.
They pull out a map. They pull out a map. They go, and you can see like the whole map. It's literally like 4 sectors. There's 3 around, and the back one, it's like a semicircle. He goes, so if you walk in through the front gate, which is mostly the main way to go, you got 3 sectors. You got the main court, which has a full straight shot right to the kingdom with castle. The church is next to the castle, like it's in the same courtyard. Chances are it was where most of the evacuations happened. If this group is intelligent or if there's something going on, chances are that's very guarded, but we can try that. Then if you go to the left, that is the industrial district. It's where many war machines are built. It's where the prison is. There are ways to get to the church, but it's mostly alleyways. To the right, you have the market. A bit more open roads, more domiciles, and living communities. And of course, the market. So, like food, fish, swords, weapons, clothes, jewelry, other things. And then there's the district in the back, which is the castle proper. It is a large courtyard, the keep, and then directly to the left of that is the Cresting Waves Temple. It is the main pillar for the religious view of Sepion.
Could they guide us there? Would that work, Gordon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they could guide us. They're there to help, so they could guide us to where we want to go, I guess.
So if you want a guy, we can send one of the platoons with you, so that'll make a group of 8, and then the other 4 can go scout another way. Just hopefully, if they can get lucky, they reach the keep, they can send a message and be like, "This is the safest way."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you want to go right into town and check it out, or do you want to go try to find a cave in the mountain?
We're good either way. We can guide you through the city. That's it. It's our hometown. Like, we can do that, but the mountain would be a bit more complicated for ourselves. Like, we could spot things and stuff, but trekking up the mountain. We built against the mountain because it would stop people from coming from our rear.
From doing what we're trying to do.
Exactly. So it'd be difficult. It's doable, and it's difficult when there isn't purple magma spewing out from the top.
Right. All right.
But
well,
we can certainly try. Like, it's your choice.
no, I mean, we could check out in the city first, and yeah, we'll go from there.
So, all right. So, which way would you prefer to take? Would you prefer to take the straight road, the straight path, the market, or the industrial district?
I mean, we could just go. I'm debating between going straight and going through the market. It's wide open, so more room to move around, but
Less cover.
less cover though. Straight there, we're not losing any time. We're just trying to figure out what's wrong because I mean, it seems that it's growing or something's happening. So
It would be a shame if the king were to die.
Well, exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
And that crown.
They
would
look
go
at you
to
like,
no one.
They look at you and they go, are you threatening the crown?
No.
Because again, you remember he's putting up a face of "I'm still good" around his men.
No,
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 no. I love the crown. I would want the crown, actually.
Not the king's crown, just a crown in general. Not a kingdom, a crown.
Right.
As a hat.
Any of my crowns would be a king's crown, I suppose, technically, right?
Your horns are your crown, pray.
Oh, I thought that just made me a horny fellow.
Dual purpose.
Yes. If I get a vote in this, Erden, I think we should just go straight in, because if it's the same, there won't be any sharks outside. They'll be inside the building.
Yeah. Balder, Asher, what do you think?
Asher's
I think
gonna
it's
just
great.
snap out of a phase because he's still reeling from everything that like is processing in his mind, and he's just like, as you say his name, he's like just staring at his family ring, and he's just like, sure, straight.
All right. So he looks at other guy. Goes, you take your squadron and take through the market. Here, and he hands like he takes the map and just like rips it and goes, plan a route. We're gonna take the main pathway, to the kingdom, to the castle, and hope that we don't get fucked. But we'll see. All right.
So optimistic.
Gonna learn today.
Oh,
I'll learn today.
so let's go. So you guys make your way around the king's tent. You can see there's guards protecting the portcullis, and like you guys are heading in. You're the new scouting party. If you find a way, please let us know. We'll try to send some troops and storm the castle with you. Try to save our home. Good luck, and may Saint Dion guide you.
Or Palumis.
For Death Canyon.
So you guys make your way in. As you walk over the portcullis, you look down in the water, like there's a moat, and the moat is just absorbing this magma flow. It's radiating this pinks and purples and blues and the stars and the green. It looks how Futurama's drawn when they're in a galaxy, like all those colors around them. So you guys are walking and you're like, whoa. And as you make your way into the kingdom, past the main the wall, you look around, and the things that catch your eye are that the buildings are beautifully masoned. They are well kept. They are made of white stone. The roads are beautiful white cobblestone. Like this, they have an aesthetic, and they try to keep it everywhere. It does not look like a poor place. You also see that at the front entrance there is a main stage. On that main stage, you see that there are 4 bodies strung from the neck. They all look of more savage races descent. Orcs, gnolls, goblin, and you look, and Balder, you realize that the armor they're wearing is the armor you used to wear. These are soldiers of the Wildlands. These were probably scouts that were caught and put on display.
Is this supposed to be art? It's, it's quite the display.
No, I think it's more of a warning, show of power.
Oh. Okay.
And you see that the other group like splits off right towards the market. You can see that within the whites of the building there is just
purple goop strung everywhere. Like it's puddling. It looks like it just rained purple goop and it's just clinging to everything. Yes.
Is it still moving away from me like it did in Mercer? If I get close
No.
to it?
It stays right where it is. It has no reaction to you at all.
As we're making our way to the church, I'd like to keep an eye out if I can spot the orphanage, just to
Okay.
see if it's on the way.
Okay. So as you guys are progressing through, what's the marching order? Who is it? You guys in front? Is it the scouts in front?
I
Well,
would
at least-
like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think we need at least one scout in front. We don't know where we're going.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe like if we have a group of 4, maybe have at least 2 in the front, kind of guiding the way.
We could pair up, like one of us with a scout.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I was going to suggest. That at this point, Asher is kind of craving answers, so he's like, without even telling anybody, has like basically gotten right behind one of the guys that's like guiding us through. Is what I wanted to see if that's okay with everybody.
Okay. So who is at the front?
Can we be parallel, me and like one of the guards?
Yeah, but I mean, like, who's like, you guys are all paired. Are you just walking straight line all together? Is there one group in the front? Are you spread out? Or
I picture a 2x4, Asher and a scout. Who wants to be the second row?
Yeah, that's how I'm picturing it as well.
Yeah, I could.
okay, so I just wanted
could
to
be
know who was in
second.
the front.
Yeah, so Asher and one
Okay.
of the scouts.
Okay. Could you roll a perception check for me, Asher?
Yes.
With disadvantage, because you did tell me that you were being in and out of phases because of the information you just got.
Yes. Also, about that too, I before setting off, just as I'm processing everything, I took off my family ring and I like kind of tucked it away in like my backpack until I figure out WTF.
Okay.
You said perception, sir?
Mm-hmm.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Yes.
So that is a 15.
Okay. So as you're walking, you're like looking around, and it constantly plays in your head. The show us where they are, and we will make sure you and your kids survive. And you just constantly see your dad looking down, going, and it just replays. Your father. You just see your father giving away the location of his race for survival. And it's just playing and playing. And you see, like, the scout begins to, like, you, as it plays, like, when you're lost in thought, like, you just lose track of what you're doing. You see the scout, like kind of gaining ahead of you. And when you snap out of it and go, oh shit, that guy, you see him just, and he's gone in a hole where he just like ran. And you just see him go, you hear, ah! And you run over and you see that where he had ran, the cobblestone road was standing, but there was a 10-foot pit below with flowing purple. And you just see like a Terminator hand going, absorbed and gone.
I'll like put my arm backwards and be like, be careful where you step. Obviously, I'm guessing everybody else saw this happening, or...
Yeah, they just all saw the guy just, and they heard the scream of him being basically incinerated.
I'll summon my packed weapon into a pike, so it's a long stick, so I can hold it sideways if anything were like that were to happen to me.
Okay. Right now looks like the people who balances the buckets coming from like lakes that are 100 miles from their home.
Yeah.
Very
Exactly.
fitting for his.
Back in Death Canyon, that's how we drink water.
That's right.
We just drink elk blood.
In buckets.
We let them drink the water, and then we drink them.
Water? That's my beverage's beverage.
It's the same thing.
Okay. So what would you guys like to do?
I guess I'm just gonna like. Is it safe to like walk beside it? Like,
Oh yeah, you can walk around. You can try to walk around it if you'd like.
I will do just that.
Okay. Could I get you to roll another perception check? This time, not with disadvantage, because you're now in the zone.
I
Just
would...
witness a guy go. "Ugh!"
Oh, he dead.
Yeah.
Zoning out. Like,
Dad.
24?
woo.
Yeah, 24.
Okay. As you look around, you see, okay, this was eroded. The magma flow has weakened the earth beneath us. You look up. When you look around, you can see that there are others spread about on the main road. And you're like, okay. And you start walking, like it's not like you can see like the ground like straight, like, oh, there's a hole there. You look and you say like, oh, there's an indent there in the ground. That must be a hole. You look at another spot and you can see like the heat waves coming out, like that's another one. And you're gently taking your time walking across, and you make it to a spot where I'd say about probably 50 feet ahead of you. You guys are watching Asher as he's just like tiptoeing, taking his time, and he makes it across to the other side. And you take a good minute, you look, and you see like, okay, there's no
Would it be
beyond
dangerous
this.
to like, I don't know, I can't like poke anything, but like if I took my rapier and I like poked the ground, would it like make the ground fall out and then they would just make the path visible for everybody? Or is that...
You can certainly try.
Well, I don't like when you say that, so I'm just gonna be like, I'll explain to them what I'm seeing. I'll be like, watch out for these things. They make...
Okay. So Asher is guiding the path. You now have two options as the other ones are following with their scouts. You can either roll a perception check to try and see the spots that Asher is pointing out and following the path, or you can try to acrobatically make your way across at a lower DC, because if you're getting close to it, Asher would be like, there, move to your, like, basically, like, blindfolded guiding people.
I'll acrobatically try to tippy toe my way around these things.
All right, could you please roll an acrobatics check?
Oh, that has to be in the box. That is an 8.
Even with a lower DC.
I get
You're
plus,
like,
I get
there's, like-
plus 0, and it's a straight roll. That's just what it is.
So you're walking, you're like, this is easy. I've got my catchy stick. I'm good. And you take one step, you feel yourself start tipping. Pray you are getting flashbacks to the first time you fell in a hole.
I've got Esme. I'm good.
Do I notice prey falling?
You see the giant purple teammate start falling.
I'm gonna go get him.
Okay,
With my wings.
so with your wings? Okay, so when you take off, Tony Stark just straight up Falcon from Spider-Man, just and you fly. You grab Prey. Are you lifting him or just like regaining balance for Prey?
Yeah, just giving him back some balance.
To be noted, it is
Okay, so-
the Vulture from Spider-Man.
Oh,
Falcon
So-
is the other guy from the Avengers.
yeah. Vulture's wings more envision what I have for Erden's wings. That's why turbines and such. So he goes as Erden flies by. His scouts just like,
leaving me behind. Thanks. And just grabs Prey and like, Prey, you're falling. I got this, man. I'm fine. You feel your bike get grabbed and just readjusted.
Watch out, Prey.
I was tippy-toeing, and I was hoping Asher would let me know before I fell to my death, which, impossible, by the way. I have Esme with me.
So you make your way across Erden. I assume you're not flying back. You're just going straight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go like too far ahead, but like still, I'll try to like fly up a little bit if I get a better view.
Okay, so you just hover around where Asher is. Prey, you make your way across. Balder, you wanna try to perceive or acrobatically make it across?
Athletics as well. I got a 19.
You saw Prey tippy toe, and you're like, I'm gonna try something else. And you're just like, you start running, and as soon as you feel like your foot start to give, you just see Balder's like cartwheel land back on the path and just running. Every time he feels a give, he's like jumps and like. Ugh. You've seen Balder do some stuff, and it always seems that when Balder runs, he's just like very inclined to know his footwork, and he like gets to where you guys are and just and sweating a bit, and he's like, yeah, I did it. We're gonna check for your 3 remaining scouts how they do. They're gonna go acrobatically. So they saw Balder just beeline it, and they're like, yeah, we can do that. We can do that too. 2 of them take off and just fall right to the 2 spots that were never seen, even with Asher going, stop, don't run, it's a terrible idea. They just, and one of the guys goes, I'm just gonna walk and follow this path and listen to the rabbit.
If I notice them falling down, can I try to at least save one of the 2?
You can certainly attempt to save one of them. Which one are you doing? The one that was with you or the one that was with Prey?
The one that was with me.
Erden, it's wildland rules. Let him go.
Fuck the
Alright,
wildland
you
rules.
fly over. Roll a strength check because you're straight up trying to carry someone's weight with your wings. So this is all arms.
Is it just a check?
I'd say strength check because you're straight up trying to just keep your arms just.
Okay.
Unless you can have another one that you could just explain to me how it would work.
There's no real way. I'm just flying down with my wings, trying to grab them and lift them up.
Okay, so yeah, strength check.
I investigate the best way to hold on to the.
So it's
You
plus
see
1.
it. You see it. He falls in the lava. That was the best way to save him, but.
At 15.
15. So you guys see Erden just like he did for Prey. He dips down into the hole, and you guys wait. Couple seconds.
I'm first mate now.
As Prey says this, you just see the wings. Erden's like, fuck. Just, you slowly hover back to the guy. Your guy just like. I told you should have flew me over the first time. Little wet
It's
spot
okay.
in his armor.
Just look where the fuck you're going.
I saw I saw the other guy in the blue crest armor do it. I thought I could.
Did you win the gauntlet?
Oh, but Balder, do you have disadvantage on acrobatics checks when you have, or is that just stealth when you have?
Just
Plate.
So,
Just stealth.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to be sure. So yeah, you did that in full plate armor. So they're like, yeah, we don't have full plate. We're good. So yeah, so you guys make your way across down 2 guides as you hear.
I'll just kind of like fly up to be kind of in the middle around like everyone so everyone can hear me. And I'm like, watch where the fuck you're going. Please and thank you.
Jesus. So you guys keep going. As you walk by, you can see that the closer you get, the deeper you walk into this main thoroughfare,
the displays of wealth get more extravagant. People have large, like, front yard displays of gardens and statues. This place shows an abundance of wealth, and it is just all pure white. You get to a point in the main corridor leading to the kingdom. Like, you guys can see the castle. It is up, but it is a distance because this is a large city. You guys get to a point where the road opens up a bit into a large courtyard with a fountain in the middle. This would be a beautiful, serene area on a normal day. This fountain is shooting as if it was a pop can that was shaken to the extreme, then open. And it is spewing a purple mist like rain everywhere, covering the entire courtyard and just spraying the buildings to the side, dyeing the white to a light shade of purple. What would you guys like to do?
Is there a way that we can avoid this part? Is there a detour or something we could take? Because I feel like we shouldn't be rained on by that purple goo.
It's hard. You like fly up. Can you roll a perception check? The scouts are looking around. The scouts are looking around. This is like, okay. So with the scouts, I will actually roll for them. That's a natural 1. The scouts are looking around. They're like, this is usually like it's a courtyard where we all meet and gather and have picnics and stuff. All main like alleyways lead here. For the alleyways to the other ones, like they connect. It's a meeting point. It's also a spot that if there's a thief, we know they will end up is in this courtyard. So we don't really know. With your 17, you see like if you get on the roofs, it's less rain, but to get through this main corridor, you would have to either somehow shield yourself from said rain, or attempt to walk through it and see what it does.
From where I am, can I just try to take my hand crossbow and just kind of try to shoot an arrow just to see the effect that it has? Not aiming particularly like at the fountain, but just anywhere where the
So you shoot a crossbow bolt. You guys are watching Erden, and as the crossbow bolt starts going in, you can see that the what is your hand crossbow?
Hand crossbow.
Is it just a normal one? Is it magical? So your crossbow bolt goes in, and you just like you see the water just hit it, and just bounces there. No problem.
Scout, you guys don't have names, right? But there's is there like a tarp or something to protect us from the rain?
They rolled a 1. They're like, you can certainly investigate or try to perceive something that can cover you, Prey.
Yes, let's take a look. 13.
13. You look around and you can see like there's homes. You could probably break into a house and steal some blankets if you needed to. There's probably a dinner table you could steal.
Do you still have your bear pelt?
No.
Do you have your bear pelt around?
I have not been.
Got rid of that. That's
nope,
right.
I did. I'm shirtless. Yeah, I'll just walk up to a door and just kick it open. I won't say anything. I'll just be like, something. Just kick it.
Wood door just didn't check if it was locked. Might have been unlocked, but door smashes. You see inside this. It is a beautiful, well-kept home. Beautiful, nice wood flooring, a nice big dinner table with like a table runner across it, chairs with cushions, all with beautiful with cushions. And you just see that it's a nice, pristine home, probably owned by some wealthy family. paintings of the family on the wall. 2 kids, blonde, blue eyes, human, elf, very rich.
Is there like a dinner table or something I can like?
Yeah, there's a dinner table with a table runner across it.
So I'll grab that and I'll try to walk it out of the building alone unless someone followed me, but I'll like probably bang it into stuff, tip over like a flower pot and like.
You didn't say shit. You kicked open a door. The scouts are like, "Great, he's pillaging." So you you come out. I say this dinner table is probably like 8 feet long, and you're like, "Pivot, pivot!"
Alone, yeah.
So you get it out. There used to be 4 legs on this table. There's probably now 1. So you now just have a large 8-foot wooden slab made of very nice, probably like hard mahogany.
8-foot shield.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I have a fancy wooden umbrella.
I'll just say from up in the sky. I said I'd probably go with prey or find something else just in case.
I will sneak like real close to Prey's legs, not close enough that I will make him trip, but like just enough that I.
Yeah, but like you're sticking close. One of the scouts look at Balder and like, are you gonna take that spot or are we?
Go grab the front end of it.
Oh, okay, so they just go into the house. Prey just kicked in, and you see them walk out with the door. Prey just ripped off the hinges.
The rest of the mattress.
So they're like, okay, who's going first? Who wants to test the wood theory out?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Balder.
Okay,
I
so
assume we can tell
as
what
you
clothes
guys-
search.
yeah, so they're following you guys, and as Erden, I assume you're just flying up and over. Yeah, Erden's just like, fuck this.
I'm already up there. Might as well just cross over.
You are the one who sees it, and like you guys hear it, but Erden sees it as the water is spraying and hitting. You guys hear a. Erden, you see the wood just begins to disintegrate as the water hits it. It seems to be corrosive in some way, and it's just destroyed.
As soon as I notice it, I'll just say, "Run! Run! Hurry up!"
Okay, could I get
Mush Balder!
Prey and Balder roll? I don't know how you would roll a not to slip check. It would probably be dexterity.
Like a dexterity saving throw or acrobatics.
Yeah, roll dexterity saving throw.
I was gonna say I don't know how I would manage this, but I was gonna say, can I try? I don't know how big's the opening, but try to shoot an arrow to kind of block or temporarily, like, kind of create a stop to.
You can certainly try.
It's worth a try.
I got a 5 on my don't slip check.
I got a 13.
Do I have to roll a don't slip check too?
You're not holding a table.
Ah.
You might be
22.
here soon.
What did you get? Pardon, Erden?
It's a 22.
Okay, so it does slow the flow. It doesn't stop it, but it just like it impedes it. Kind of like when you're trying to stop a hose. So
Yeah.
it doesn't. The flow is like being sprayed out a bit more. Prey, you feel yourself going like, oh, and you start running, and your foot like slips in the water. It feels like go. And as you push the table, it pushes Balder to go faster, so he pulls the table. So you feel your arms go, and you're lifted up.
I like fall in slow motion, just like.
And as you reach the other side, like the table just like you guys roll, and the table just shatters, and you're like we did it, and you turn around to see that your 2 other scouts slipped.
Oh.
A 9 and an 8, and you just see the other ones weren't bad because they would fall inside a hole and you heard the screams. These guys, as the rain is
like shooting her out. You see the arrow just shoot out. Erdin goes like, if you want, you can try to catch it.
I'm good.
Into the city, and you see these guys like clawing their way towards you guys. There's some of their armor that doesn't seem to be affected by it. A little clasp on their belt just seems to not be affected by it. But these guys is just crawling, and you can see like the armor is rusting and deteriorating away as they're pulling. They're going, "Please help us or end this!" And you just see like the Indiana Jones 1, Nazis opening the Ark of the Covenant. Their skin trail of blood behind them. Please.
I'll turn my packed weapon into like a spear, and I'll just be like, okay.
If
The one who's screaming just straight, he's a kebab. and just stops there, and just his body begins to pool out. The other one's just on his back going,
I'll
I'm going
summon
to.
it back.
I was just gonna say, I'll just say, I'm so sorry, and I'll cast Toll the Dead.
and as this guy is disintegrating, the other guy probably didn't feel it because a spear was straight through his skull out his asshole. This guy is now. This guy is now on the ground. It's like acid melting his skin, fusing his clothes to his body, and he hears a large bell, and his ears begin to bleed. He's like, and then just limp.
Erdin's still in the sky, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck kind of platoon was that?" I'm like, "Are they all dead?"
I almost got dead.
Conrad's raspy, like, can't handle anything voice right now is making everything even better. Because he's just like, the other one, the spear goes through his mouth, through his asshole, and he's just like, eh.
Just like,
Does-
fucking
Does
imbeciles.
Asher notice
Oh.
that part of their armor is not affected by this?
Yes, you would be able to see that. All of you see it. Like they're deteriorating and melting away, except for this clasp.
Oh, Asher, do you want me to grab that for you?
Is it say if we try to grab it before they fully disintegrate, are we like gonna get burned or something like that?
Yes, you're going to put your body in the way of this rain.
Just give it a minute. Let them burn, and then I'll send my Vulture Claw, aka Mage Hand, to just grab it and bring it back.
Ah, yes. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I wish I had.
Bring
Mage
it
Hand
over,
now.
and you have a clasp of a it looks like a cloak that is blowing in the wind.
Do I recognize the material?
It is steel. It is normal everyday steel.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
It has magical enchantment upon it.
Oh, it's magic. That's
Oh,
probably why it
intelligence.
didn't burn. Yeah.
It's most likely not intelligence.
All right.
The men
So you
are
guys
dead,
proceed-
Erden.
Hey,
I said, men are dead, Erden. Have some respect.
you're telling me that, Mr. Murder Buddy.
Put him out of his misery. At least I didn't make
So
him
you
into a
guys-
kebab.
A shit kebab.
Is are we at the church? Where are we?
No,
No.
you're about at the half. You guys are looking. You look forward and you look back. You're about at the midway point of the main corridor. So as you guys are walking,
Regret.
you guys are walking. This part of the city seems to be completely normal. There's no goop. There's no like dead bodies. It gives you a view of what the city would have looked like on a normal day, early morning before everybody gets up, before the hustle and bustle. It is a beautiful city. It's Beverly Hills to people from small towns. It's the best way I can describe it. Asher, you would be the one to catch it. Though there is no damage or anything, you hear the constant rushing of water.
Does it sound like a water, or does it sound like this, like lava stuff?
It sounds like water. Constant, just like a river.
Can I try to locate where it is?
You can roll either an investigation or a perception. Your choice.
I will do perception because I will use my big old rabbit ears to listen. That is a dirty 20.
You take a minute, like how you're just like kind of like Scooby Doo there in the cartoon, like satellite around trying to find, and you don't find a particular location where it's coming from, but you do pick up on another sound. From where the fountain was to where you guys are is approximately, I'd say, took you about a couple minutes. How long do your wings last, Erden?
That's what I was gonna ask, because like it says it lasts for an hour, but I kind of wanted. I don't necessarily want to use them for the whole hour. I don't know if it's gonna just like fly up and then once I don't need them, just fly down and.
Is it once a day?
I have to roll to see like.
How much you regain or whatever?
Yeah, how long until I can reuse them?
I'd say if you basically it's like saying I'm getting rid of the fly spell.
Okay.
So it would just be you can use them for the whole hour, but as soon as they're put away, they're done for the day until you get the roll.
Yeah, because the thing says when they disappear, or like the wings of flying in the thing is not exactly the same like as what the ones I have, but it says you can't use them until 1d12 hours.
Yeah, so once you put them away, it would be just basically be your turbine wings are overheating, and they're like, okay, we got to
Yeah.
Basically. So you can keep them just like tucked away, but like you have an hour of use.
Yeah.
Like it's just you hit the on button, the pad uncharges, and then you gotta wait for the solar power to kick in.
Yeah.
Best way to explain it. So you are scanning around, and on top of the water, you hear the like a constant cracking of stone. You can't pinpoint it, but it's around you.
Oh, sorry, Asher hears this.
What would you like to do there, Mr. Lepis?
I can't pinpoint it.
It seems to be originating from more than one area.
For shits and giggles, can I put my ear to the ground and see if I can like hear water flowing underneath the ground?
You go and you put your head, and you know that there's something under you because you've seen people fall into pits of lava. But you hear and you take a minute, you shift your ear, and you realize there is water pouring beneath you, and then you just and you're the first to whip around, and you begin to see this hallway you're walking is the buildings behind you begin caving in
Towards us.
closing.
I'm gonna say, run.
So, Erden just nope. Wings go out again.
Yep. Nope.
Leave the party. So, could I get Balder, Prey, and Asher to roll Constitution saving throws?
Ooh. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Because this is to keep up the speed.
That's a 9.
13.
15. Okay.
Ray was all
Well.
excited.
9 is what I got.
So as Balder, you start running, and your military training kicks in. You're like, I'm used to running laps. And you start running, and you see that Asher begins to fall back, and you grab him as he's the one who said run. Frey, you're trying to keep up. The elk, it still hasn't passed.
It sounds almost like
The elk.
athletics check.
That was a constitution to see if you guys can keep up the pace of running. Pray you fall back you can feel the wind of the buildings falling. You can now roll an athletics check if you'd like.
I was gonna say, can I kind of fly down and help him?
That's a 14.
Start pushing him.
Yeah.
14.
With advantage because Erden is now giving you a turbo push.
15.
And Balder and Asher also roll some athletics checks, please.
23.
A natural 20.
Oh my
Even though I technically get -1 to act. Oh no.
All right, keep up.
So you guys are just fucking as you feel, you hear the turbine kick in for Erden pushing Prey. You think the buildings are falling faster. You guys just basically your feet turn into wheels.
Sonic.
Roadrunner out of there. Sonic, Roadrunner, and Speedy Gonzalez fused into one. And you guys are clouds of smoke. Prey's like, I have to keep up. My muscles are big and not fast. Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to keep up with Bruce Lee.
Nah.
Get to the chapel.
You start feeling the rocks start to nick your boots. You're like, Prey! So I will get Prey to roll an athletic check. Once again, with advantage because Erden is pushing. Athletic.
25.
So as you hear him say, Prey, you actually take a minute to look, and you see just this pillar just, and it's coming. It's not falling horizontal; it's falling vertical towards you. You're like, no! And you actually grab Erden by the back, and you hold him by the horn, and you're towing him. The wings pushing you faster. You gain and catch up to Balder and them, and then you begin to hear you guys turn, and a good 100 feet of this city has just been eroded into nothing. It is rubble. It is safe to assume that if you wouldn't have hauled ass, you would be buried alive.
Indeed.
Yeah. So you guys keep going. You've seen the castle since the beginning. Now you begin to see the waves, the pillar of Seption's belief system, the chapel. And you see that it is a stairway that leads up onto a plateau. But before this stairway, there is just a sitting pool of water with certain like little trails that just wind, and you can get to the stairs, but it'll be a difficult way to cross. What would you guys like to do? Erden, you get a feeling that your wings are at a point where they're like, okay, we're running out of juice, so you can either deactivate them or you can fly right across the plateau.
I was gonna say, do I get the feeling that they're gonna let go on me halfway and I'm gonna fall down?
You have the feeling that you could make it across, and then as you reach the as you get near the plateau, they might end out, and you might have to do something to not land in the goop, but it's not the entire crossing you would have to make.
We kind of made them overheat a smidgen just moments ago.
Just a smidgen.
Yeah, that
A couple times.
that and also lifting the guard.
Yeah,
So, humor me this.
which ended up not doing us any good.
How far, like distance-wise, is this pool of water? There's obviously
I'd
no other
say-
way around it.
The whole entire like walk, like steps, is surrounded by just this standing pool of purple water. I'd say to get to those stairs is probably a good 70 to 80 feet.
Counter question, and you're probably not gonna have a number. You might pull a number out of your ass, which is fine, as long as it's a small number. How many
2.
how many gallons of goo would you think is there? Oh, never mind. You know what? Oh no, it's create water. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, isn't it create and destroy water?
Yes. Well, create. I
Okay.
was reading create instead of clean water, and I'm just like, oh no, that's not clean. But destroy is just water.
Okay, so 80-foot diameter.
How deep?
Oh, deep is probably like
Then
an
we have a
inch to
chance.
half an inch.
Oh,
I
have a great idea.
If it involves throwing me across, I do not want to partake.
diameter.
No, but how would you feel about skidding upon a shield?
This sounds intriguing, but also terrifying.
Because, I think my shield is magical, and from what we saw earlier, the magical item should be fine. And also, I could, like, stand on my shield and, like, spear or pike myself forward through this stuff.
Alright, so this is
You have fun with that.
Yes.
diameter. Liquid. Jesus, liquid. I don't even know how to search this.
We
liquid.
don't need the gallon amount. The destroy doesn't work.
Okay. Okay, destroy doesn't work. Cool. Yes, you guys can.
How do you know this?
Make
because
a,
it's not water. Is that what you're saying?
It could be water. You don't know.
Water doesn't tend to cook people or make them disappear.
Well, if
Road.
it's anything like the stuff that we've encountered before, destroy water worked on that
Depth.
because Erden was able to shoot through the hole I made.
Mm.
Was it shape water?
No, I think he did destroy water and like a
Right.
little thing, and I
Hmm.
Just enough for Erden to shoot through.
So how many gallons can you destroy?
I can destroy 10 gallons of water in an open container within range, but I can destroy an additional 10 gallons per level. Like destroy.
You're in the double digits of the thousands for gallons.
It's a pool's worth, I guess.
Well, you said it was in
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, but it's still 80 feet. 80 feet, like it's
Yeah.
80 feet.
I
It's a lot of water.
I will go
Okay.
up and I'll poke the thing with my shield.
Okay, can you give me a minute? You go with your shield to poke, and as your shield touches, and as you pull out, you're like, "Oh, this is just water." You see a tendril just, and you just see the tendril go, slap the shield.
Yeah, maybe not ride the shield like a little boat across the pond. How are we getting across, folks?
mean, there's little paths.
We could just sprint across the little path, but if we
Tendrils
fall,
could
we could
possibly-
sizzle to death.
I was hoping not to do this, but I guess I don't have much choice. Hold on. I am going to.
Go back to Mercer.
Find my bee, take it out. Be like, fine, fuck you.
I am going to. hate doing this because I know this is gonna bite me in the ass later, but whatever. I'm gonna approach the pool and I'm going to use control water and I'm gonna part the water
Like a holy figure.
like a holy fucker.
Moise Lepus.
How far are
Moise Lepus.
how far how far are you spreading the water?
So I guess
Is it a like a time thing? Because you could just kind of clear it around yourself
minutes.
and walk.
it's 10 minutes.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go use the bathroom. Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
I can flood, I can part water, I can redirect flow, and I can whirlpool.
We could have probably gone without the oof.
The
intensity.
How badly he needed to take a shit.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I think control water. You could probably just have like a smallish radius around us, and we could just go as a group. 'Cause
Well,
I think it's a concentration thing, but I don't know.
it's 10 minutes of concentration, but
Oh.
part water.
I'm kind of worried my wings are not going to make it.
You'll save them.
The trench extends across the spell's area. The spell's area is 300 feet, so I
Oh,
can literally
yeah,
just be
yeah.
like,
I'm hoping it's a dexterous route so I can. I was gonna say, if I use my dash, it's 120 feet of movement.
so literally, it's
Wow.
the range is 100 feet, so 300 feet. So basically, the water would be pushed 150 feet on either side and like form a wall and stay away from us until the spell ends.
I destroyed my own water.
We yeah. Let's do that then.
I had that phone in. So you guys, so Erden, are you doing your wings or are you gonna follow?
After seeing the tentacle, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to just be dexty about it.
You're gonna try to fly across?
No. Just stay on the ground and kind
Oh.
of follow those paths, because I'm like, if a tentacle grabs me and drags me down, that's a big nope.
Okay, so you follow Erden and them, you follow Asher and them, straight up just clap your hands and spread, and you hear a voice going, "Yes, let my people go."
Oh my god.
Mr. Voice don't give no fucks.
Asher will be confused by this saying because he doesn't know what the fuck that's from. And also, Asher ever since everything is a little like there's been a bit of a seed of doubt planted in his head about Mr. Voice. There's some concerns.
Oh, now there's red flags.
Thank you.
Oh fuck.
Listen, bitches, you guys don't know that I have any doubts with Mr. Voice.
Woof.
Mr. Voice is great.
Voice
The
is
voice
Uh-huh.
tight.
So, you guys make it across. No problem. Erden, as you are walking up the stairs, you hear your wing go. And they just let go, and they just like fold nicely into a backpack. And you make your way up the stairs. As you reach this plateau, it seems that like the lava flow is just flowing behind it and then avoiding it, and then hitting the city and just spreading. The main court is untouched. It is white. It is pristine. Very much as if none of this is going on. Everything is beautiful. You see that there is a large castle, one-floor castle in front of you. Next to you, there is a what you assume to be a church. It is two large crashing waves that are blue. They don't seem to be purple like the ones that you saw in Mercer. And there is a trident with two large doors at the bottom. What would you like to do?
Let's go in the church.
To go in.
As you guys,
I was gonna say before I go in, okay, I'll just ask Asher, like, are you okay? Like, I noticed you were kind of spazzing out on the way here. Like, you think you're good?
Never better, Erden.
Insight.
okay, roll a deception and roll an insight.
What's my deception?
Should be charisma.
It is charisma, but I was checking if I was proficient or not. So that's a 17, sir.
I rolled 17, but +2.
Ooh. You know his father was genocidal.
I saw the whole thing.
look at Asher. You look at Asher, and he plays it off like, "Hey, no, I'm good. I'm good." But you've seen looks of people keeping secrets. Hell, you were a secret.
You mean a mistake?
He's keeping something. He's keeping something from you, but you don't know what it is. But he's definitely keeping something on the DL.
I'll just kind of brush it off, but I'll just say, like, we got you.
Got you.
And
I know.
Got you, fam.
That's
Gotcha.
never been in question. You guys haven't killed me yet, so
like the word yet.
So, you guys are having this conversation as you proceed to the church. As you get to the church, the doors are like slightly ajar, open, and you see that like about probably 40 feet from you is the main entrance to the castle, which is literally at the base of the mountain. You can see that there are two. The doors to the castle are wide open, and you can just see that there is a fountain there with 4 warriors, and you can see that there is a woman statue standing at the top, and it's just a fountain that is spewing the purple water. It's just all contained within it. That's as far as you can see in there, and again, it is dark in the church, and the doors are ajar.
Well, I'm gonna guess that whatever is in there knows that we're here. We could try to be stealthy, but I think it has a pretty good idea we're here.
has anything called to Asher yet? Like as we're getting closer?
No. It's been very quiet and eerie. It is just you guys on this plateau next to a church and a castle. Closer to the church than the castle.
All right. Well,
Which doors did you say were open? Sorry, the church and the castle, or just
The castle doors are wide open. You can see inside of it from the distance. You can see a fountain. The church doors are ajar, and it is dark in there.
what are we feeling?
We were here for the church, right? There's
I-
a holy holy problem.
Yeah, I suggested the church because of what happened last time, so I don't know.
I'll have my fist ready for that fucking shark. I just feel that there will be a shark in that church.
I'll walk up to. I'll ask everyone. Do we want to just go and scout quickly, see if we can spot anything? I'll kind of try to stealthily go around like the doors and try to spot what I can see as much as possible inside. I don't know if there's windows or anything that I could look through, but if it's just a door,
This temple seems to be built into the mountain as the castle too. The castle just seems to be more of a protruding structure. As you look in, you can see that the inside, from what like you peek, seems to be like the inside of a glacier. Kind of like Superman Temple of Solitude. Fortress of Solitude. Fortress of Solitude. I will correct myself all the time on that. Fuck that. Yeah, so it's iridescent blue, and you can see like there's sculptures of like whales and sharks and like all just types of things, but you cannot see, like, you're only looking at like a part of the temple by looking at it.
And it might just be something that I'm thinking of. I might be completely mistaken it, but does it kind of look like the thing that was encased in ice in my dream? Is it kind of like similar to that?
No, the
Okay.
thing that was encased in ice
Was like a city.
pure Arctic ice.
Yeah. Okay.
This just looks like it's somebody trying to be like, this is what the inside of two waves crashing would look like
Gotcha.
if they were frozen in time.
Okay. I'll let everyone know. And can we try to do the same thing with the castle, just to kind of compare the two?
Yeah. Sure. Give me a moment here. A minute. Just want to make sure of something. Okay, cool. So, as you go to the castle, you can go to roll 20 if you'd like.
Ooh.
This is what you see. Doors are wide open.
Oh, that is massive.
It is massive.
Okay.
Welcome to my dungeon.
Slightly painful.
It is huge. You see that there is a right here. There is a fountain with a woman. She has just like holding a jar and is pouring purple water out around it. You can see that there are 4 soldiers that just the water cascades down, and then it goes into a pool, and you assume like an irrigation that just constantly lets itself spew in and out constantly. Oh, that's a lot of constantlys there, Dad. Conrad. Jesus.
Dad.
Yeah, I've been calling myself Dad all day.
Pop.
It just doesn't work sometimes.
Well. Shall we go in?
I think we shall.
Okay. So as you guys walk in,
Whoa, whoa,
Yay, the
whoa,
reveal
whoa,
areas.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
okay.
Before any actions are required, Spirit Guardians.
Okay, let me add that. We will send that this. Monsieur Lepis. So settings. Do we add as a 15 feet?
Radius, yeah.
Yes, sir. I will do that for you. The purple murder bunnies.
And everyone in my circle is everybody in my crew
Is excluded.
is immune.
Yes, sir.
Well,
But you, murder bunnies just start spewing out of Asher as it looks weird because you're used to seeing your little piranha bunny, and they're usually like, your mind is so consumed in what you see that the murder bunnies do appear. To the guys, they just look like different bunnies you created. To you, these murder bunnies all don the face of your father. He is a murderer.
oof. Oof, heavy.
Right in the feels.
I'm not even going to be stealthy about it. I'm just going to. I'm at the door here. Is that it? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a step in, and I'm just gonna yell,
Step
"Brother!
in.
What are you yelling?
Brother!"
Yeah, yes, Sasha, right behind you. I'll take a step forward.
You okay? Give me a minute here. You gotta reveal some stuff. You see, there is a main entrance. There is the fountain. There are flowers. There are a few statues of 4 distinct warriors in front of you. I will get the clicker. This one here, fully armored soldier. This one here seems like a ranger type person. This one here, a strangely dressed Western looking person. And this one here, a pirate looking person. You can see that there is torchlight. It is a beautiful area. You also see down, since you walked in, down this hallway. You see that there are rooms. You see that to the left of you, here, the hallway seems to elbow off. To the right, you see that there are 2 rooms, 2 doors that lead to separate rooms. There is a open door here. There is another door here, and another door here, and another door here.
Where looks
You
more-
walk in.
Where's looking more throny?
As you yell, "Brother!" you just hear, "Brother!"
Brother!
Yeah, just echoing across. No response.
Before I step in, I know this is stupid, but can I look back to see if I can see any sort of life or anything from the other platoon that went the other way?
You turn around and you begin to look for like the other platoon, or you're looking at the church to see what's going on there, and you begin to see just as "Brother!" echoes through. You begin to see water come up the stairs, pour out of the church, and just begin to fill this courtyard, kind of pincering you guys inside of the castle.
Well, fuck, boys. I think we're on our own.
And you just see, it's not just water spilling. You see like tendrils, like, oh, and it's dragging the water with it.
And we should probably hurry up.
Do I recognize the figure in this statue?
No, it's just a random woman pouring water on other statues.
Yeah. Same as the other 4. Do we recognize?
The other 4, say the only one who, not even, because they seem like people of great importance for this kingdom, but the people who are from this land are from the wild lands, and one of them was from a canyon that didn't know shit.
Right.
Did they kill elk? Was it important elk? I don't know.
Asher, if you're okay with it, maybe let's go down the middle hall here. It seems to be important.
Right behind you, Pray.
Other fellows, yes, okay, thank you.
I'm gonna stay a little bit back.
I'll lead
Yeah.
the way. I'm,
Okay,
quite
pray.
quite aware.
Your
Ye-
armor of Agathis.
No, you two fuckers get back right here.
Back up.
Yeah, as Asher catches up to you here, you hear a, and you both look, and you see purple sigil, purple sigil, purple sigil, purple sigil, purple sigil, purple sigil, and they start to glow. Could I get you both to roll intelligence saving throws?
Intelligence?
Intelligence saving throws.
This is where you should have taken the headband of intellect.
17, motherfucker.
A 13.
Very
Oh,
smart.
So, Prey sees the
And get to its brain.
Yeah. Where is
and
it?
actually, Prey, don't you get advantage on that because you're danger sense?
No, that's just deck saves.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you look, you're like, oh shit! So which way are you jumping, Prey? Deeper in or back to your friends? It's come full circle, Jordan. It's come back for you.
I'm going forward.
So, as Prey goes and jumps, you feel a force just launch on either side as it rocks both of you. Pray, you take half of this. That's it. You take 7 points of psychic damage.
I thought that was going to be a
Asher.
lot worse.
Oh no, it's just the beginning. Like, come on, you really think I'm gonna be that mean?
Yeah.
Asher, you take 14 points of psychic damage.
Tis but a flesh wound.
And as you get hit, Asher. Wait a minute.
Reading trap I set up. Do 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 do.
As you come back, bunnies are gone. The murder bunnies are gone. Pray, you succeeding took the damage. Armor of Agathis is still up.
Oh, Asher, did you forget to focus on that? Lose concentration, as some would say?
It appears so.
Maybe we should take a look for sigils like that while moving forward. Because that, it didn't hurt that much, but, oh, pretty.
You would have seen that because you jumped in the doorway.
Oh.
So,
Are we,
You see a
are we
nice-
going in here?
Oh, God, I don't really feel like it.
We don't have to.
I don't feel like crossing that goddamn thing.
Did we find another way around? That did not look like fun.
You want to split the party to find a way around? Ah, yes. This is how we die.
100%, man.
What? Okay, wait. Before I go in, what are we looking for? Are we looking for your bunny rabbit thing that we killed at the other place? Oh, right, we
didn't
didn't
kill
kill it, right. I hit it, it seeped into the water, but it's not dead. So, that's, I don't see it in here. Can I look, can I make a perception check?
you can certainly make a perception check.
3.
This place looks immaculate. It looks beautiful. It looks serene and peaceful.
Erden, having seen the sigil appearing, I don't fucking know if it's gonna work. Can I just try to see if there's a thing that I could disarm this trap, or if it's magical? I can't see it, but it's worth a try.
You can certainly roll an investigation check.
Oh, there you go. Investigation 22.
22. It seems that this trap was a one-time use of a sigil, and it is just burned into the wall, meant to deter any exploration.
You think it's safe?
Think. Let's see.
Poke at it with one of my swords.
Boop.
No reaction.
Same time?
Cross. Same time, buddy.
3, 2, 1, go!
You guys run across, no problem.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
You get a magical aura. How far does that extend?
I think it's 30 feet.
I think so too.
So you get the faint feeling there is something magical around this area.
Well, I think if we do go into this pretty garden room, or whatever it is, there's something magical around here. So it's probably no sigils or anything up to there. Because I'm like scanning. I'll scan down the hall as well just to see if I see something else magical.
In this room here, like you get about here.
Yeah, that's like 60 feet away.
Yeah, but no, but as you're okay, I thought you were walking down the hallway.
No, I just want to scan before I like move anywhere.
Oh, you do get the faint feeling that behind this wall here, there is something magical.
Cool. If there is a 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead, it does not work. 3 feet of wood or dirt.
You do get something magical here.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, fuck it. I'm going to see closer. You can join me if you like. I'm feeling pretty healthy, so let's go see. And I'll just move in and go get a closer look to this. I'll go to like next to this bench.
As you walk into this this garden, it's strange. Like you've been through this city. You smell smoke because the city's falling apart. This place, you walk in and you hear birds chirping. You hear you hear just the water flowing through the spouts. You smell fresh greenery. You smell fresh cut grass. This is like you walk in and you feel relaxed, as if it would be a spot where you could rejuvenate and recenter yourself if you needed to.
Do I also smell apple pies?
And you smell burnt toast.
Oh.
Smell oatmeal.
Is my face drooping?
And you make your way there, and as you get closer to the fountain prey, you begin to hear there's something in that water moving.
Fucking shark. I'll turn my packed weapon into a trident. Be like, take this, you fishy fuck. And I'll chuck it at whatever's in the water.
Whatever. Okay. Can you roll to hit, please?
Oh, that's cocked. That is 11 to hit.
11 to hit. Does not hit. You throw the spear and...
I'll summon it back to me and chuck it again if I have time.
Okay, yeah, you can certainly throw again.
Aha! 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
Ah! I'm like standing behind the shield like, you shock fuck! By the way, men, there's something in the fountain. Something in the water. Also, a very
what did you roll for
strangely
damage?
shaped bush there. Oh, sorry. I didn't roll for damage at all. Watch out. Ooh, max damage. 11 damage.
So as you throw and you hit what was moving, you see a koi just begin to flop around with the spear. And as it begins to flop around, you see it raise up and up and up and out of the water.
I'll bring it back if I can.
Out of the water, you see just water come around, just then I would roar, but it's water, so you get water just spit in your face. As you attack it, it's going to try to attack you.
Cool.
That's not gonna hit. 7.
Seventh a miss.
7th a miss. As it slams into the water trying to get to you and just looks away. Could I get everybody to wait to roll some? I know maybe we can finish this one before 10. Think you do this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can.
We can definitely roll the 7 mystery D20s that are in queue.
Jesus, 7. It's 3d20.
If you want to get the thing ready, if someone wants to write my
Yeah, I'm doing
results
that.
in the chat, yeah, I'll put the roll thing first, and then I'll roll the 7 if someone wants to just keep track. First one is a 6, which is enemies heal 2. It does. Oh, it heals 2 of the damage. Cool. Next one is a
Does heal 2.
13, which is a group loot potion of healing. One after that is a 3. They gain 5 temporary hit points. After that is a 17. We get resistance next round. Yeah. Hooah! 17 again. That does nothing. 18. We gain 5 temporary hit points. I will choose to not take them though. Blah blah blah. 8, which is enemies use a healing potion as a reaction.
How much? That's 1d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the.
But you
that's
rolled
7.
1, yeah.
Cool. And I'll roll my own.
It
initiative.
wouldn't let me. It would let me send the 17 twice, so I was like, eh.
Cool. And I'll put my own initiative in the thing. Wha-bam. Cool.
All right. Everybody got their. Oh, Erden, you're the only one who doesn't have their.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Oh, everybody got some low initiative. So, Asher, you're first.
So it healed how many points?
It seemed to be getting healthier and healthier.
But can I
As,
tell that
the
it's still
D20.
wounded?
Yeah, it still has damage.
Okay. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Holds it dead. That's a what? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Jesus Christ, my rolls are shit. Get all the shit rolls out now. That is a 3.
That is a failure, so that is 2d12.
It is. Jesus.
10.
Jesus.
1, so 11. Disappointing. Necrotic damage, which it cannot be resistant to.
Cool. You see the water go. As in. It is now.
I'll move. I'll take it like one step back to like here. So I guess like the two bigger guys are more in, I guess, line of sight. And I'll just also say, I have no time for your games, brother. Show yourself.
It is I, the pink tree. Whatcha?
Tree it.
Erden.
Bring us a shrubbery.
I'll shoot it with my crossbow.
So fluffy.
Shoot it with your crossbow.
19.
So fluffy.
19 hits.
There's no one within 5 feet of it, so no sneak damage. 8. 8 damage. That was my regular bow. Then I'll use my bonus action hand crossbow.
Yep.
22. Jesus, math.
Yeah. Yeah, it hits.
Math.
10.
10. Okay.
Burn.
So. And just you see like the crossbows are still swirling around it, probably damaging it as it's swirling around. Just spits them both out. Just like some water spills out. Just like
You haven't
he's just
seen
like looking around.
I haven't seen Erden's hand crossbow in action much, but like I basically have like 2 rings on my hand. I kind of do like a gun motion, and I just kind of put one finger back, and it kind of thunk, launches an arrow.
Fancy.
It is now its turn. It's gonna try to attack Prey again. Because Prey is the only one in reach.
Bring it, bitch.
That's cocked. That fell off. I think I got more d20s. That is a that is a 21 to hit.
Yes, it is a hit. I have resistance, and it takes 10 cold damage.
Okay. Good thing you have freaking resistance. Give me a minute. Oh, she's yeah, immunity is don't seem vulnerable to anything. 10 minutes. You take 12. Plus 3, which is 18. 18 points of bludgeoning damage halved, which is 7.
9.
No, 9. Sorry, math. Me and Erden today. And can I get you to make a
Strength save.
Oh wait, no, you are just grappled and pulled 5 feet towards it.
Cool. Not quite in it yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You are restrained.
Cool.
Oh wait. 52 as well. Yeah. This target is restrained. Wide range. Okay, cool. So as you are grappled, it's just like the snake body coils around you. And just like you are submerged and restrained. You are now. It is now actively trying to drown you. How long can you hold your breath?
5 minutes.
It's like,
Pretty much.
Balder.
Gray, why do you keep getting these situations?
Bridge like.
I'll be okay.
That's me.
I guess he's already got you tied up, so I'll move up and attack him.
Dive in, Boulder. The water's warm.
It can never be me who doesn't need to breathe. Like I could be submerged and be like, this is fine.
That's a natural 20 for 28.
Crit.
Hits. 100% it hits. Double the damage.
13.
13. All right. So wait, that's doubled
Yeah, it's
or 13. All right.
13 total. Second attack. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
That's 9 damage.
So describe this creature's demise there, Balder.
That was it.
Yeah. It's a water weird. It's not
Basically,
strong.
just scissor with the 2 swords, just pop his head off. You know.
Just jump up, fucking
So
crotch attack. I will scissor the beast.
As you see Prey gets constricted, you jump and you just cut the water. You just water spreads all over the ground. Prey's mohawk just all drooped in his face, and the water weird has been vanquished. Yeah. So there's no more enemy in there because it was just protected the fountain. What would
I'm just.
you guys like to do?
I'm gonna dry myself off. Anybody want to search around? I don't sense anything else magical, right?
No.
Okay, cool. No magic.
I'll have
We're
a-
safe.
I'll have a look
Away from
around.
the water.
Hmm.
I said, I'm just backing away from the water in case it gets corrupted now.
I'll just have a look
Okay.
around.
Okay. You can roll investigation checks. Asher, what did you go do?
What is this? Just a statue?
You show up and you see that there is a statue of a female, a human, very stocky, wearing full plate armor, sword in her hands, like basically knight's position, like just standing, and there is a tombstone laid in front of it. And it seems that the statue is laid upon a stone tomb.
Can I read it?
Sarcophagus.
It
Oh.
says, "Here lies Theresa Halfbang."
Hmm.
I've heard that before. The half fang.
Bang.
Hang.
I rolled a 16
did you-
for investigation.
16. This place seems to, the most you can pick off is that there is a large enchantment, just to keep it serene, and like it's a really good enchantment that the illusion seems like you're outside, but you don't know if you're outside or if this is just a room that they cast a large illusion on.
All right. Well, shall we?
It's very serene and relaxing.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want peace. I want violence. Always.
Can I have a look around as well? I rolled a 4 on investigation. I'm curious what this is.
You find that seems to just be an offering table to like offer herbs and berries, just like not sacrificial, just like little offerings for deities.
Well, I'll put one of the shark teeth there. I'll be like, maybe there'll be a shark here at one point and we'll be scared and we'll turn around and go back to the ocean.
You hear a vulture scream in your head. He is satisfied with your offering.
Cool. So, is that it for this room? Is there any other exploration
That-
happening?
That's about all you can see. Just a serene, relaxing garden.
This is just like a bush.
It is a very well manicured sculpture of Cerberus.
Cool.
I'll ask Prey if he can detect anything magical.
There was something here. Or the other side of the wall.
This is a door.
That is a door, yes.
I'd like to listen to the door. Well, not listen to the door. It's not speaking to me. Listen at the door.
This is not Fable. We do not have puzzle doors. Bring me a wife that has a child. Yeah, roll a perception check.
18.
You put your ear against the door and you don't seem to hear anything.
Do you want me to open it, Asha?
You can if you would like, Prey.
I'll move up and try to open it.
Prey just kicks the door open as he always does, and it shows to be a library with lots of books, a bunch of stuff sprawled out on the table. Seems that somebody was doing some research before they were escorted out of the library.
Nothing with detect
yes.
magic in there?
You do detect something magical. Sorry, that's a reveal. Something magical here. And again, here.
If anybody is good with, I'll just take a look if I see what it obviously is, because it should be like outline kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to necessarily touch it right away. I want to see what it is first.
Okay, so obviously there was no traps when Prey walked in the room, so I'm gonna follow now.
Roll like
It is
charisma saving
a-
throw.
Fuck Asher all the time. Burn up the mic. It is a spell scroll. Tucked away.
I'll take a look and be like, well, I've been able to cast spell scrolls. Perhaps it's another scroll of fireball. And I'll take a look and I'll take a peek at what it is.
It is a spell scroll of confusion.
Huh? The spell confusion, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have
I'd like to read
yeah, I'll have
whatever
to,
the research they're doing here.
You look and it is you roll investigation just to see like digging through the papers.
That is a 2.
There's a lot about the history of the castle and the mountain.
I'm gonna say I'll investigate as well. 22.
yeah, maybe just bring it with you. We don't have time for
as
a nap
you-
break.
As you see, Asher is beginning to read. You pick up a book and you start reading also, and you see that it is, it does speak of the history of like the castle was built in the mountain by a religious sect, saying that this was the tomb You see that they go a bit deeper. They begin to go, why this mountain? Why is it alone? There's something here. And you can see that there are old documents of weathered paper that actually show blueprints of the castle, the mountain, and then a chamber beneath it. But they do not know how to, like, that is the depiction. It is a crude drawing of where the castle is, the mountain, and a chamber. Not what's there, how to get there. It's just showing that there's something there.
Interesting.
And it is written in a language that you do not understand.
Cool drawing. Let's just maybe deal with this and maybe we can come check it out.
Are you taking it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, you put it in your pockets, no problem. Where else would you like to go?
I will slowly step forward and use my detect magic to kind of radar as I walk forward to make sure there's no magical traps.
This is one of the things you saw that was magical.
Yeah, it's pinging.
That
me.
torch.
Oh, the torch.
Well, the torch.
Boy, I thought a while ago when you
Oh,
pointed there.
I thought you meant like behind the wall, like in the room.
No, the torch, because you said the wall, right? The wall has to, if it's a foot wall, you can't go see through it.
Right.
So, but that torch.
Well, the
yeah.
torch is something. I'll take a look like closer just to see if it's like if there's anything weird about it.
Hey, the fire's hot. Like you're putting your hand close, like it's real fire. But you see that there's an object within the brazier itself. That is what's outlined. You can see in the brazier there is something there.
There's something in the brazier. Do you guys want me to grab it? Maybe step back a smidge?
Do you want me to investigate it first?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do caution before prey.
So yeah,
walk through
you
it?
check. You're checking it. It doesn't seem to be trapped. It just seems to be a brazier with an item in there.
I try to just grab like one of my daggers to like.
Get you dig for it. You
Can I
feel like
tell what it is?
well, you just see like ashes and brazier inside this little like torch
Okay.
thing, but Prey can see the outline of it.
Okay.
He can
well,
see like he wouldn't have to dig through the ashes to grab it.
I'll tell Prey. I don't think it's trapped. Maybe I'm not sure where it is. So if you want to grab it,
Yeah, I'll try to do that. I'll go quickly and go choo, grab it.
Okay, you take. I'll say you'll take 1 point of fire damage, even though you're no, you're not resistant. You're not.
I am
it
resistant.
is.
Where are you?
Tiefling.
Okay, so you take no points of damage because it's like fire, and you see that there is a ring in your hand.
Is there like a symbol or something, or just like a plain ring?
It is a silver ring with a red band all around it. And when you hold it, you feel warm and toasty.
I wonder if it be resistance to fire or resistance to cold, because I feel like both kind of would have a similar description, but I don't know. It's a magical ring of sorts. It does something.
You can put it on if you want.
Anybody want to put on a magical ring? You're a fan of cursed items, Asher. Do you want it?
I already have a magical ring, so.
I will. Is it still hot to the touch?
I know it's not hot to the touch at all.
Okay, I'll like examine it, and I'll just like I'll be like I'll put it where my family ring was.
It is a ring of warmth. You now have resistance to cold damage. And everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice.
Yes.
And that is 10 o'clock, unless you want to open another door.
Let's. Do you want to leave on a cliffhanger? Open another door, see what's in there.
You can certainly try. There's 2 doors. There's 1 door here.
Oh,
There's
we
1
don't
door
see it.
here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'll expose it.
Let's do the closer one.
I'll expose.
They're the same distance. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pray, as you get there, this door is giving off magical essences.
I will not touch that one. I'll take a look at the other one. The non-magical door that I feel
It's-
safe to open.
It's a plain door.
I'll open.
You want me to listen?
I have
You said
ears, buddy,
open.
man.
It's
I'll
locked.
I'll try to listen.
Okay, you can certainly try to listen to it.
Oh, that has to be in the 10.
It's a door. It sounds like wood.
There's no termites in this wood. And I'll swing her open.
It's locked.
Ah, fucker. I'll try to kick it open.
Roll a strength check.
16.
Still on its hinges.
Boulder, help me.
I'll go give my hand.
I'll roll again with advantage.
Yeah, your Balder can roll 2 with you if you want.
Oh my god. You're no help, Boulder. You try. I'll help Boulder.
Nothing again. Just the door's steady.
I tried to pick the lock.
Okay. I was just gonna also say though, I am in possession of an old key. I am just I'm remembering this, and I would like to try it, see if it fits the lock.
Does not in that door.
Okay.
I tried to pick it.
You can certainly try.
24.
You Could you roll a could I get Balder, Prey, and Erden to roll dexterity saving throws?
19.
And Asher if you're there too.
I tried the lock and then I backed off.
9.
19 as well.
And Asher?
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay. Prey and Erden. As you hear the you're like, nope, and you just nope out. Balder and Asher, you're standing there, and you just see a come out of the door.
So I failed the deck save?
You did.
Okay, well then if I on a failed deck save, I can use my is it the Leporine senses? I think it's what it's called. I can roll a D4 and add it to my save and see if it's
Okay.
That was a 1. So
What?
it's now
So what's the
16.
total? So you start to hear, you're like, oh no, gas. We've been through this before, and you bounce off. And Balder goes, what do you guys? And Balder, you are now poisoned.
Yay.
Classic.
Is the door unlocked
So
now?
Balder is poisoned.
I mean, it should be.
We'll have to
Not
try
for
the
Balder,
lock
this is new.
Once this cloud fades, but with the door trap unleashed, Balder poisoned, everybody else going fuck this castle super fast. We will
Say that
end
for a while.
this session. We'll end this session and pick this up next week on the Men of the Gill.
Bum, bum. Well, thank you for watching, folks. If you are not following, please follow. We're trying to get to a larger number of followers that we are now. And if you are like, where did this adventure start? You can always check us out on Spotify. It is One Fortunate, all in one word, right there on Spotify. Episode 1 and 2 are up, so the first 2 sessions that we streamed. Other than that, we will be rating Dice Cream Sandwich, that is currently streaming Dungeons and Dragons as well. So let's send some support over. Did anybody else have any closing statements before I sent the raid? See you guys. Bonsoir, fuckers.